I think they're a good team. Anybody in Pac-12 had to come out and be ready to play.
What would you consider the strength of their offense? Is it the passing game, or they have a pretty good running back who filled in for the guy last year? Maybe a combination of both?
Yeah, definitely both. They spread us out. Their quarterback is elusive in the pocket. If we just keep pressure on him, I think we'll be okay.
How's their running back, McMillan, different than the guy last year, Philip Lindsay? Are they similar in their running styles?
Yeah, I think they're similar in their running styles. They follow their blocks pretty well. They'll bounce the ball when they need to. They'll cut it back when they need to. Overall, pretty good running back. We just got to be ready.
Dillon, can you kind of describe the second half, what it was like playing defense during the second half last week? Weird setbacks and things like that?
Just going in at halftime, we had to come together, and we knew what we had to do, and coming out in the second half, I think a lot of us were ready for it and we were fired up. And I definitely showed out there with the team. Only giving up maybe I think it was like 3 points in the second half, which is big. That's a defensive gene right there. But just overall the mindset coming out in the second half, what changed.
Was there a degree of frustration with the penalties that kind of sustained their drives and things like that?
I mean, it's college football. There's going to be penalties everywhere. Whether or not you agree with them or disagree with them, that's going to happen on both sides of the ball. Even to there, no matter who we play, it happens.
You talked about that mindset to come out in the second half last week against Cal. How can you do that going into the game and keep it going through all 4 quarters?
I talked to my parents about that one. It's hard, especially a 7:45 game. It's a lot of ups and downs with your emotions. You just got to keep an even keel on it and just kind of stay mentally focused, but not too wired up and juiced up where by the time you hit the game you're exhausted, But going through those 4 quarters, a football game is a emotional roller coaster, and you just kind of gotta ride it out,
You got the noon kickoff time this week. You fan of the noon kickoff time? What's your ideal time?
It doesn't bother me, as long as I get to play football. But noon, it's a lot of fun. We'll get a sunny day up there. Hopefully some beautiful weather, and just be ready.
What's it been like playing next to Peyton this year? He's leading you guys in tackles and kind of playing like a guy possessed for really the last month or so.
He's a stud. I look up to him. He's a leader on this defense, and he knows the playbook like the back of his hand. So being out there next to him, I think I flow pretty well off of him. Communication is a big thing in defense, and he communicates a lot. He lets you know if you don't know what you're doing out there. If you just look to him, he got your back. He flies around, and he brings some energy out there for sure.
I know you guys aren't taking as many reps against the first team offense as you do in fall camp or spring camp, but can you talk about the challenge of taking down Max Borghi and kind of the physical player he is, and what you've seen from him starting in spring, fall, and all the way now?
He's elusive back there. He's short and stocky, and he can fly. So his cuts are quick, which are they're hard to defend. Getting him in one-on-one situation, you should have a focus and know what you're going up against.
Were you guys surprised by his physicality as just a true freshman when last spring he still should have been in high school and he's already kind of where a lot of seniors are?
Yeah, he's a tough kid. He runs the ball hard, and that's what you could ask for in a running back. He loves it. You could tell he runs with passion. He loves the game. You can definitely tell in the field by how he runs.
You guys good? Thanks, Sherman.
Thank you.
Thanks.